Today, we will be solving systems of equation word problems. Now, previously, we talked about how to solve a system of equations by graphing or through our Desmos calculator by finding where the two lines intersect. So today, we're going to be looking at real-world situations that can be solved by systems. In a real-world situation that can be solved by systems, you can always have two unknown variables, two things you don't know, and you will be able to set up two equations. There's always 4 steps in solving a system of equations word problems. That is to set it up, meaning tell me what are those two unknowns and what do they represent. Then we write out our two equations, our system of equations that goes with the information in our real-world problem. That's the hard part. Once we've set up our variables in our equations, then we will use our Desmos calculator to find the solution. That is the point where the two lines intersect. Once I know my solution, then I just need to answer the question. So I need to find out, do I want both parts of that solution or just one? And you always read the question to figure that part out. So because we are solving these systems using our Desmos calculator, if you do not have your Desmos calculator handy, I want you to pause the video right now. Pull up Desmos either on your web browser, which is what I'm going to use, using www.desmos.com, or if you have downloaded it onto your phone in an app, you can pull it up that way. But make sure you have Desmos somewhere nearby so that you can work along with me as we go through these problems. So take a moment, pause the video, and go do that right now. Okay, so we are going to solve the system of equations word problems. Number 1, the school that Stefan goes to is selling tickets to a choral performance. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 10 adult tickets and 5 student tickets for a total of $145. The school took in $129 on the second day by selling 7 adult tickets and 9 student tickets. We want to find the price of an adult ticket. So the first step is to figure out what are your two variables and what do they stand for. Because we're going to be solving this in Desmos, which is by graphing, our two variables are going to be x and y. If I go to my final sentence, the last thing, what am I looking for? I want to find the price of an adult ticket. Well, that's one of my unknowns. So I know with my setup, I'm going to find the price of something. And I know there are two things I don't know. I don't know the price of adult tickets. I also don't know the price of student tickets. So I'm going to let x equal the price of adult tickets, and I'm going to let y equal the price of student tickets. Now, it doesn't really matter which one you call x and which one you call y, adults or students, but I like to go in order that they came up in the problem. So adult tickets came first, then student tickets, so I put adult tickets first and student tickets second. But again, that doesn't really matter as long as you keep it consistent through the equations. Now, to write out our two equations. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 10 adult tickets and 5 student tickets for a total of $145. So they sold 10 adult tickets. We called adult tickets X, and 5 student tickets, which we called Y. So our equation for that will be 10x plus 5y equals $145 of total sales. Then it says, on the second day, the school took in $129 by selling 7 adult tickets and 9 student tickets. So much like the first equation, you're going to write 7 times the price of the adult tickets, which is x, so 7x plus 9y, and that's going to give you your total, which was $129. So that's my second equation. That's the hard part. Now we're going to pull up our Desmos calculator. We're going to delete out anything that's already there. And in the first box, you're going to type your first equation that you wrote, which was 10x plus 5y equals 145. So 10x plus 5y equals 145. My second equation was 7x plus 9y equals 129. So 7x plus 9y equals 129. Now, I can't really see the two equations very well, the two lines very well, or where they intersect. So remember, you can drag your graph however you would like until you can see very clearly where the two lines intersect. You click the point, and when you do, the point of intersection comes up, and that point is 12.5. So going back to our problems, that means my solution is 12.5. Now I need to read the question again. I want to find the price of an adult ticket. An adult ticket. So I go back to what my variable stood for. Well, X stood for my adult tickets. So in an ordered pair, X comes first. That means adult tickets are represented by the first part of the coordinate, which is 12. Therefore, the answer to the question, what's the price of an adult ticket? The price of an adult ticket is $12. In this case, we don't really care what the price of the student ticket was, but we needed to figure it out in order to find out what the price of the adult ticket. So student ticket would have been $5. Okay, moving down to the next problem. This time we're talking about buying tacos and burritos. So Johnny's buying tacos and burritos. Each taco costs $1.25 and each burrito costs $3.75. Johnny bought 6 items total and spent $12.50. How many burritos did he buy? So first off, we're trying to figure out how many burritos he bought. So therefore we know that's one of our variables. The other thing we don't know is how many tacos he bought. So my two variables are the number of, because it says how many burritos, and I'm going to let X be the number of tacos because tacos comes first in the problem, and Y equals burritos because burritos came second in the problem. So the first equation, whenever you know how much each thing costs and how much you spent all together, then you want to make that your equation. So you always want to keep your money with your money with your money. So $1.25, $3.75 for a total of $12.50. So each taco costs $1.25, so that's your X. Each burrito costs $3.75, that would be your Y. In total, they cost $12.50. So my first equation would be 1.25x for tacos plus 3.75y for burritos equals $12.50 because that's how much I spent altogether. So once you've used those numbers, you don't use them again. And now what we're going to do is write the second equation. Well, the only other number in the entire second equation is this number here, 6. He bought 6 items. Well, it tells us he's buying tacos and burritos. We don't really know how many tacos. We don't really know how many burritos, but we know total he bought 6 things. So if I lined up his tacos and burritos and counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's how many things he bought. So the way you write any equation for total is you take the number of tacos, which was X, plus the number of burritos, which is Y, and that equals 6 items that he purchased. So that equation will be X number of tacos plus Y number of burritos equals 6 items total. Now, go back to your Desmos calculator. Type in your two equations. So X out whatever was there. The first equation was 1.25x plus 3.75y equal a total of $12.50. The second equation was x plus y equals 6. So again, I can't really see my graph very well on the screen, so I just drag my graph around till I can see where the two lines intersect. I click right there, a point comes up, click on that point, and it tells me my solution is 4.2. So go back to your problem. That means my solution was 4.2. Now I need to read my question. It says how many burritos did he buy? So I go back to my variables. This makes this very important. You need to know which one's burritos, X or Y. Well, I know Y is the number of burritos. So My solution is 2. So the answer to the question is he bought 2 burritos. Okay, moving down to number 3. In this problem, we're talking about the state fair. So the state fair is a popular field trip destination. This year, the senior class at Colgan High School and the senior class at Patriot High School both planned trips there. The senior class at Colgan rented and filled 6 vans and 5 buses with 250 students. Patriot rented and filled 3 vans and 3 buses with 141 students. Every van had the same number of students in it as did the buses. Find the number of students in each van and each bus. So that means we filled up each van, we filled up each bus, and they had the same number of students in them. So for our setup, one thing to look at is always the answer or the question at the end. What are we trying to figure out? We want to know the number of students in each van and in each bus. So for my setup, I want to know the number of students in each. So I'm going to call X in each van and Y in each bus because those are the 2 things I'm looking for. Okay, so now I'm going to go and read my sentences. So one equation is going to be Colgan. We rented and filled 6 vans and 5 buses with 250 students. So that means my equation will be 6 vans, so 6x, plus 5 buses, plus 5y equals 250 students. Patriot rented and filled 3 vans and 3 buses with 141 students. So the equation looks pretty similar. 3 vans, so 3x, plus 3 buses, so 3y, gave us 141 students. So again, we go to Desmos, type those 2 equations in, X out whatever you had there. So the first equation was 6x plus 5y equals 250. And the second equation was 3x plus 3y equaled 141. Now, I don't see anything on my graph. There are 2 lines, they're just not on the screen. So all you need to do is kind of scroll around until you can find them. And you can zoom out if you want to look for them a little easier. And when I did that, I started to see, there's my 2 lines. I can see they intersect right here somewhere. A point pops up, click that point, and my solution is 1532. So I go back to my problem. My solution was 1532. And then I read the question. Find the number of students in each van and each bus. So in this case, I do want both solutions. And remember, vans were X. So I had 15 students in each van. Y was bus. So I had 32 students in each bus. So that is my answer. There were 15 students in each van, because that was X, 32 students in each bus. That was your Y. This is all we're going to do for this video. On the 3rd video, we will finish the notes for solving word problems.